All right, what's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Tested one, two, three. Let me get in these comments and see what's going on. What we got going on? What's up, everybody? Hope all is well. Good afternoon. Great day from the future. Hope all is well. Let's see. Oh, I like this new. Okay. I can see the. Yeah. Oh, this new update is it. Is it. Okay. I like this new update. So come on, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation real quick. If you're here, let me know you're here. Hey fam, I'll be home this weekend. We gotta take that walk again, Lord have mercy. I tell you. But yeah, come on in the room, come on in the room. Good afternoon. How y'all doing? I like this new update. We'll be talking about this fix my life. Since y'all want to call me Ayala. Come on in the room. Y'all hurry up. It's the afternoon. I got stuff to do. I've been writing all day. And now I got to get dressed and go outside. Yuck! Hope everybody is well. This new update is the business. I like this. I'm going to start coming on here talking to y'all more often. This is it. We ended the account. We stopped subscribing. I ain't said nothing to nobody about nothing. But we're back. All right. So yeah, listen. By way of let's see. Yeah, by way of announcements, if you have not registered, let me move this comment out the way. Um, if you have not registered, okay, hold on, did I do it right? If you have not registered, there we go. If you have not registered for this, it is on my page, and I need you to go and register for it. You deserve to have this experience in your life. You need this experience, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. All right, y'all got it? Good. It's on the page. Go register. Get in there so we can have a time. But no, serious talk. I am weeks from being a year older. Matter of fact, it's my niece's birthday today. I am weeks from being a year older, and I have gone through a lot of things. And I don't say this boastingly, but from the aspect of, hold on one second, from the aspect of, let's see, from the aspect of the reality of the things that I have gone through and still working through. Um, it has caused me to embrace my humanity. One of the issues we have with being spiritual people is that as wonderful as we are, sometimes we forget we are human. You know, it's a lot like Jesus, who was 100% divine, and he was also 100% human. And I think sometimes we get so great in life, and we get lost in our accomplishments or whatever the case may be. And not necessarily lost, but we just get so used to thriving that we hit spaces and places. And what we end up doing is brushing it under the rug instead of addressing it head on. And so I am doing a series for 6 weeks called Fix My Life. And I have a question for you. Are you well? Are you well? I want to ask you, are you well? Um, this is a 6 weeks transformational experience called Fix My Life. And I want to unpack the concept of the thought or the question even. Are you well? I promise you, if you rock with me for 6 weeks, your life, and it's going to be a group setting via private Zoom. Registration is free. I just need you to get in the room. That's it. This is not a teaching, it's a journey into your future self. Most people are functioning and not flourishing. Most people are functioning and not flourishing. In my career, I'm not just called to the religious people. I'm also called to people who are atheists and are not of my faith. So that's why I am so eclectic in my appearance. I embrace my Afrocentric self because I am fully negro. Okay, the oxymoron of that. So yeah, but I said that to say this isn't just a religious. I don't want y'all to think this is church related. No, this is spiritual. Spirituality existed before religion did. That's another conversation for another time. So this is spiritual. Your life is spiritual. Your world is spiritual. And it requires maintenance. It requires maintenance. Okay? Faith without works is dead, even for an atheist. Meaning that if you can believe a thing, but if you don't apply it accurately, it will not work. That's what faith is. Okay? So most people are functioning and not flourishing. Most people are exhausted, or a lot of people are exhausted and still performing. Been there, done that. People are gifted but emotionally depleted. Been there, done that. People are spiritual but financially inconsistent, because I don't know what this philosophy that we have is that, you could be super saved but broke. You could be highly anointed but live a impoverished life. No. Because the testimony of Jesus and the fullness of his life, that every life Jesus touched, he shifted their economy. Money is the answer to all things. So we have a lot of people who are spiritual but financially inconsistent. We have people who are okay publicly but unraveling privately. And so most people don't realize that they're living a fragmented experience in the earth, because, Donna Lawrence penned it. We are spiritual beings having a natural experience. But many don't realize that they're living life from a fragmented aspect, meaning that this is going well, but this is in shambles. This is going well, this is in shambles. Can I come down your road? Some of you are not experiencing the fullness that God has to offer you because of your love life. Not going to deal with it out here. We'll deal with it in private. I promise you, we got plenty of boxes of tissue for you. So you're surviving, but you're not living. He said that I come that you may have life. That's one thing, but that more abundantly. If you are a believer, which is majority of you watching this, if you are a believer, you should not just be living, you should be living in abundance, especially when you've been walking with God for a certain time. But again, you have not been addressing the things that causes you to live life from abundance. So this series is designed to expose the cracks that you have been taught to ignore. Grace and Peace Pringle, Grace and Peace Harris. This series is going to expose the cracks that you have been trying to ignore. And I'm going to bust you right in your head, because you're not excelling. You're in a cycle. It's the same thing over and over again because you refuse to confront what is not well in you. Nobody has ever asked you the question, are you well? People ask how you're doing, but do people ever ask, are you well? Wellness is not emotional. Wellness is foundational. And it is upon this rock your life is built. But if that foundation is fragmented, if it is broken, if it's and that's why your life is leaning. And not only is your life leaning, but you portraying such a face and a facade to people around you that they feel like they could just continue to pile up more. They'll add this to you, and then they'll add this to you, because you look like you carry oh so well. But your foundation got cracks in it. And at some point, you're going to snap, crackle, and pop. And my thing is, when you snap, crackle, and pop, there's no point of pleading the blood of Jesus. You should have been doing the work. So this series is about doing the work. Wellness affects your relationships. It affects your decisions. It affects your money. It affects your spiritual walk. And most importantly, your destiny. How are you leading people? I'm sorry. I know we talk about what God uses the broken. Yeah, for a season, not for a lifetime. Everybody is broken in some way or another, which is why we need God. But my thing to you is you should not live a life of brokenness. There should be fruit sprouting from the field at some point. You should be breaking those generational curses that were taught to you. They weren't passed down to you. They were taught to you. Okay, another conversation for another time. So you got to repair what you were taught. It's a cuss word in this age, deconstruction. Some of you don't need to just deconstruct religion. You need to deconstruct how you were raised. Woo! Because it is killing your reality, and it is prohibiting you from going to where you need to be. You want to go to the next level. You want to complete that degree. You want to buy that house, that business, what the case may be. You want to be in that relationship. You want to make your marriage whole. You want to offer all this brilliance and greatness you got, but you self-sabotage. You self-sabotage because your foundation is fragmented. You were not well. I'm not asking how are you doing. I'm asking, are you well? If you are not well, you cannot choose well. You cannot love well. You cannot lead well. And you cannot hear God clearly. Your wellness is the root of every harvest you're praying for. There's no point of God blessing you financially and you're not well enough to make the right decisions on what to do. You'll end up broke again. So you got to fix all of that. You cannot heal what you refuse to name. I'm trying not to use Bible, but I have to. Because if we're going to cast something out, we have to name it. Woo! And a lot of you are still dealing with stuff because you have not been tapped into the space that you can name what it is that's bothering you. You cannot heal from what you refuse to name. When you are experiencing different emotions, and that's what these 6 weeks is about, we're going to walk through and unpack every Saturday on the Sabbath at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to walk through and unpack what in you is not well. Because we have to figure out it. We have to figure it out, and then we have to name it so that we can put what is needed around it, the structure around it, to cause deliverance in every area of your life. Because you're functioning, but you're dysfunctioning. You are not functioning according to the manufacturer's plan. And you throw off things like, I'll be okay. You sweep it under the rug. It's just a season. You sweep it under the rug. God knows my heart. You sweep it under the rug. I'm busy. You sweep it under the rug. No, you're not busy. You're avoiding. Woo! Avoidance is a silent killer. Ignoring your pain is not faith. No. It is self-neglect. And you have to be taught how to put into practice, how to ensure and do the work when you feel yourself spiraling. So this series is designed to confront the things that you've learned to numb. It's going to get ugly, but you need to address it. Because until you address these things, these are all foundational. Until you address your foundation, your next relationship will fail because you did not address the foundation. So this series is going to cover the 5 pillars, what we call the 5 pillars of wellness, which is physical wellness. Your body is telling the truth that you don't say out loud. You got to listen to your body. I'm going to teach you those things. Mental wellness. If you don't govern your thoughts will govern you. Bible talks about vain imagination. Emotional wellness. You cannot be healed from what you hide. Yeah, because it's going to show up one day. Spiritual wellness, you're not just busy, you need alignment. Busy work is not effective work. Are you aligned perfectly with God's plan, will, and design for your life daily? There's too much greatness in you for you to keep hitting and missing, missing and hitting. No. We need you to hit the target. In punto. Hit it every time. Every time you stand, deliver every time. Every single time. So that deals with your your spiritual wellness. Following the journey and the course that God has on you. And then the fifth one is financial wellness. Money reveals what you believe about yourself. Did you hear what I just said? Money reveals what you believe about yourself. And truth of the matter is, a lot of us are afraid of money and we don't know how to manage money. And I'm telling you now, God's not going to answer your prayers until you learn. All right. Woo-wee! Y'all ain't gonna like this. He's not answering your prayers. The people aren't coming. Men shall not give into your bosom until you do the work. Yeah. So, hold on. They got some stuff on here that I'm about to use because I can't get no amens in these comments. So, yeah. Did y'all hear it over there? I didn't hear it on my end. I don't know. Let me see if I can do it again. Yeah, I'm looking at all these new features. So, cause this is yeah. Let me see if I can hear it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm looking at all these new features. So, cause this is yeah. Let me see if I can hear it. Let me see. Oh, it did. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so what was I saying? Cool. These sound effects are the business. So anyway, so those are the five: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial. All right. So we're healing the whole person. That is the goal. This is from a holistic perspective, not a religious one, because the truth of the matter is a lot of what we're dealing with comes from traumatic religious experiences. So I just don't want parts of you well. I don't want you to believe in God and by faith and da 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 da. But you're mean. Oh, she can pray. She can pray. Oh my God. He preach. But he sucks with managing relationships. He sucks with managing people. He sucks with managing money. She can cook. She can start a restaurant. But it's all but we want to deal with the but. So I don't want to just deal with parts of you. We want all of you whole. All right, we're almost done. This series is life changing because it's not just teaching; it's transformation. As you know, I am in seminary right now at the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology at Virginia Union University. And our overarching theme for our seminary is transformational leadership. And so, what I've been learning and applying as I am learning is that our teachings must have the fortitude and tenacity, information, inspiration, and theological substance that transforms the hearer. So this coaching is different. This coaching will be different. You will be able to apply everything that we give you. However, it's prophetic, it's therapeutic, it is strategic, it is action-based, and it is destiny-focused. Meaning that when we finish these 6 weeks, you're going to be able to apply this 30 years later. Okay? So, I'm going to help you interpret your life, your patterns, your pain, and your purpose. So you're not just going to come in on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and get information. No, this is impartation. Okay? So, again, register. We're in a season where God is rebuilding lives from the inside out. We're closing out this Gregorian calendar. The new year, of course, that we celebrate here in America is January 1. This is perfect timing for you to get in alignment so that you can set your goals for the year. So this is a rebuilding year for you, 2026, a recalibration year, a divine alignment year. You cannot carry old wounds into new seasons and expect different results. You keep pleading to God, you keep asking God, you keep writing it on the prayer request. You want God to do all these things, and you're not adjusting. You cannot continue to do the same thing and think you're going to get different results. No, beloved, this series is God giving you permission to reset your life. And I prophesy to you that what we do over the next 6 weeks is going to take you beyond 6 years. You will be able to use this over and over again. When you become well, your relationships will shift. I can't get no help in here. Your boundaries will shift. Your money shifts. Your discernment shifts. Your decisions will shift. Your entire destiny comes into alignment. Because again, how are you teach people how to treat you based on how you treat you. You hear what I just said? You teach people how to treat you based on how you treat you. And a lot of you are experiencing what you're experiencing in your relationships, whatever type of relationship it is, because you're not well. So you got to learn to set your boundaries. Okay? Your money is funny because you don't value you in what you have and what you spend it on. Your decisions are bad because you lack discernment because, again, of how you see you. So you got to shift your discernment so that you can shift your decisions. Woo! Okay, all right. People who are called to more must heal more. So this is why we embrace the Sabbath in our community. The Sabbath is the day that we bring all the noise down and we sit, we reflect, we recall, we renew, we review, we restore. Every Sabbath, there remaineth a rest. So you got to practice the Sabbath. This is why we're doing these classes on the Sabbath. It's a holy space. And so when you were called to do more, you must take time to heal more. My mentors are wealthy people, and they vacation. And what we would perceive to be, splurging or spontaneous or excessive, they're like, no. I have to. You got to learn to pull away, reflect, rest, and restore. Because you have to show up whole. Your responsibilities require that you show up whole. Because if you don't, your decisions will show you're not well. I'll talk about it in the classes. I was in a season. We'll talk about it in the classes. And I had to understand you made these decisions because actually you weren't well. You looked well. Oh, yeah. But internally, you were not well. And it affected the decisions you made. So let's correct that. So if you know you're called to something big, if you know God has his hand on you, even if it's just as simple as leading your family, that's big. In this day and time, my God, today, I wanted kids, but now I'm like, you know what? My nieces and nephews are going to have to suffice because, bro, this is a whole nother, I'm still trying to fix myself. And you got me to tell I got to do this. No, I'm good. So if you are called to something big, if you know the hand of God is on you, then you must be intentional about your wholeness. You must be intentional about your wellness, because peace and health is something you can't pay for. So destiny, your destiny, God's hand upon your life requires discipline. Purpose requires pruning, and success requires awareness. Not just self-awareness, but awareness across the spectrum. So I'm going to provide you a roadmap to wholeness. You're going to get weekly breakthrough moments, tools to rethink your life patterns, prophetic clarity. You know, I cannot show up somewhere and not be who I am. So you're going to get the prophecy. That's just, but I'm going to hold you accountable to that. Okay. Accountability in a safe space, a renewed sense of self-purpose. And again, this isn't just a class or a training. It's a personal revolution. If you care about you, you'll get in here. I promise you that. I promise you that. So if you're tired of pretending, if you're tired of being strong for everyone else, if you're tired of the cycles, same over and over, same performance, it's always the same thing over and over, then this is your moment. This is your turning point. This is where you get your life back, and you're going to get on the course that God has set for you. You don't need to negotiate. You don't need to ask nobody no questions. It's free, beloved. It's free. You have no excuse. Get in here. Get in here. And I don't boast about all that I have going on right now, but I mentioned it on my Facebook Saturday. It was just so much going on. It felt like I was you don't see it. Hold on, y'all. Somebody said they don't see the live. And I know it's public. Hold on. I got to get this stuff back right. So there's been a lot going on, and there we go. There's been a lot going on, and so I literally felt myself spiraling, and so I had to pull back on the Sabbath. I said, okay, you just got to. So I shut out, and I did my work, and boom, back to normal. But I said all that to say, it seems like it's been a season of winning and grieving. Like, we're accomplishing things. I've established a whole new entity. I am now a management for several brands known around the world. And when I say brands, meaning people and their platforms and what they're going to be producing, I am the brainchild behind it. And I'm not going to mention those names yet. I don't know if I'll ever mention them, but yeah. So that's going on. We're preparing for the calendar year for 2026. That's going on. So there's a lot of great things going on. I have a 4.0 plus GPA. Thank you, Lord. But yet on the flip side, I'm losing people that were near and dear to my heart, while yet grieving those that are near and dear to my heart during this holiday season. And then relationships are shifting and things of that nature. I'm in a new space, and relationships are shifting. Things are happening. And I'm like, okay, you need to pull back and do the work because you're spiraling. So I said all that to say, even one of our ministry partners that I prophesied to when her son was 9th grade in high school, he is now a senior in high school, and the word of the Lord has come to pass and is coming to pass. And I'm just going to leave that at that. But she'll be a well-off mother because she obeyed the prophetic word of the Lord. So this is what we do over here. I have a coaching group that I'm doing for a whole congregation. I'm taking a whole congregation, and the pastor has given me their leaders to coach them for 6 months. You see what I'm saying? Your revival is cute. I'm good. That's what you're called to. No problem. But my mantle is elsewhere. So yeah, so the information that you're getting is, it works. Okay, it works. I use it. The people that I coach use it. I am contracted and paid well to do these things for others, organizations and congregations and coaching. Like, this is what I do. This is my life. This is why I'm writing. I spent the morning writing because I have books that I'm rolling out. Finally, I've been sitting on two, and I've just chose not to publish them yet. But 2026, I teach classes all the time, and people are like, oh my God, this needs to be a book. And I slap myself in the face because I'm like, excuse me, I didn't mean to say that word. Boy, you being lazy. Write the book. So again, get in here. Are you well? And I need you to take the flyer. It's on my page. I'm going to share it when we get off this live. I need you to take that flyer and save it and send it to people, that family member that get on your nerves, that coworker, whomever it is. Send it out, y'all. Send it out. Okay? I'm telling you, it's going to bless you, and it's free. So there's that. All right. Any question, comments, or concerns? I'm done. Thanks for rocking with me. I'll start coming out here more often. But yeah, this new setup is it's something. But yeah, any questions, comments, or concerns thus far? I'm about to get out of here. And any questions? I'm looking. Put them out, cuz. Absolutely. All right. Any questions, comments, or concerns thus far? Again, are you well? And when you get done with this, ask yourself that question. Am I well? Am I well? And you need to ask yourself that question throughout the day, throughout the week. Hey, how are you feeling? Are you well? And that's what I want to give you, the tools, that if the answer is no, I'm going to give you the tools on how you trace what's wrong so that you can correct it. All right? All right, beloved. We are out of here. Let me see. What's today? Tuesday. We may come back Thursday and do prophetic night with the prophets. I don't think we gave y'all one in November. So much was going on, y'all. I'm serious. So much is going on. So I think we're going to come back and do a night with the prophets this week. So you'll have to register for that, because we don't do that out here, because it get real in the prophetic room. Pringle can tell you that. He been in there. So yeah, so we save that for private space so that we can really minister to you at your core and where you need it to be. So yeah, all right. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Thank y'all for rocking with me. I know I got to start coming back out here more often because these numbers is low, and the algorithms is, I got to get them recalibrated and all that stuff. So Pringle, I got your text, so I'll call you. All right. I love y'all. I'm done. The blessings of the Lord be upon you, maketh you rich, addeth no sorrow. And until next time, shalom.